Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So it is Friday, and every Friday here at Manfa's Makes I do a crochet catch up, and that is where I fill you in on all the crocheting that has been done in the past week. Now, you will have already seen Tile of the Week Thursday, and if you have not, please do go back to yesterday's video and check that out. And other than Tile of the Week, there has only been a smidgy bit of progress made on things. I have no FOs, I'm afraid. I have 2 long-standing whips to show you and update you on, and I have a brand new whip to show you. So, shall we dive in? Yes. So, as you know, I have been making 6 round or 6-inch granny squares. Not granny squares, that's a complete lie. Let's try that again. I have been making 6 round or 6-inch hexagons for a UK charity here called NHAP, Needles, Hooks, Angels and Premies. And they want solid hexagons of 7 different colours. They would like yellow, red, orange, pink, green, blue and purple. I hope that's all 7. I'm doing it off the top of my head. And I have managed to just do a few this week, guys. Not very many. Now that I am in my new job, my crochet time has been limited as I suspected. So I managed to get another couple of reds done. And the reds are now complete, and I managed to get 3 orange, so only 5, but 5 is 5, right? So 5 hexagons. Now, what is this charity going to do with these hexagons? I will package them up in their colours, send them to NHAP HQ, which is up north of me, and they will join the hexagons together to make a rainbow hexagon blanket, which they will then gift to parents who have just had a precious little rainbow baby. And a rainbow baby is a baby born after child loss and child bereavement. So whether that was miscarriage, stillbirth or those sorts of things. So yes, I will send those hexagons, and I don't have to join them myself, which is another plus point, because I imagine joining hexagons is just the same or very similar to joining squares, and we all know that Manfa doesn't mind making the squares, but putting them together is a whole other story. So I will just work my way through those 7 colours. I have completed 2 colours and I am working my way through the 3rd, and I will just keep going as long as it takes for me to complete all of those. And then when they are done, I will package them up and send them to NHAP. So another 5 of those, as well as Tile of the Week. And then I did put some work on an old whip, which is my 2-colour granny blanket, which is a pattern by Olga Poltava. I will link Olga's YouTube channel down in my description box, and I will put a link to the pattern. It is a paid pattern, but it is well worth the money. This is a pattern I truly adore, and I'm just taking my time with it because it has no deadline, because it's for me. And I am using yarn that was gifted to me by my yarny fairy godmother, and it's going to be a blanket that is a memento of her and some of the yummy squishy goodness that she sent me. I am just putting as much of the yarn that she gave me into it, and then when I have run out of that yarn, that is how big it's going to be, and it is already pretty big and pretty heavy, let me just tell you. And as you may know, Mike and I have both been suffering with a bit of a cold or a virus that the kids lovingly passed on to us. Not. But we are both really starting to feel better and get out the other side of it now. Mike still has a bit of a cough and a bit of a chest. I am still a little bit blah, but I am much better than what I was. And when I pulled out this old whip, it was purely just to have something that I didn't really have to concentrate on. It is mindless because the pattern is ingrained in my brain. and I just needed something comforting and rhythmic and relaxing to do when I was feeling pretty crummy. And it ticked all of those boxes. Now, for some of you, you may not have seen this. Others of you have seen this many times, but that is okay. For the white, I am using Patons, I'm not sure how you guys say it, and it's the Canadiana. And if my camera, there we go. 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 205 yards or 187 meters, 100% acrylic, made in Turkey. It is, of course, the color white. It is a medium 4 weight. They recommend, I can't read that, guys. They recommend a 4.5mm knitting needle or a 5mm hook. And you can machine wash on low, do not bleach, tumble dry on low, do not iron, do not dry clean, I think that means. Yeah, so that is the white, and it is super squish and lovely. I really do love the patterns. And then the other one, it is on my Wool Genie at the moment. As you can see, I'm nearly at the end of this cake. It does come in big cakes, and it is actually, get my pointy finger, this cake here that you can see above my head. And I will see if I can dig out the ball band, but it is right at the bottom of my bag. And my blanket is super duper heavy, so bear with me just a second. So for the hexagons, I'm using my 5mm dots. For this 2 colour granny, I am using my purple 4mm Clover and More. And I'm going to wrestle this out of the bag, so bear with me just a second. And I will try and find a ball band for the variegated lusciousness. Let's have a look. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Here we go. So this lovely, oh no, it fell off the table. I caught it. This lovely lusciousness is the Premier Spun Colours. There we go, 419 yards or 384 meters, 7 ounces, 200 grams. It is 65% acrylic, 35% fine superwash merino. It is also a medium number 4, 5mm needles and 5mm hooks recommended. Hand wash, lay flat to dry. Colour Lakeside, made in Turkey. So that is that yummy scrumminess. And now I've got to find the piece of the blanket with the stitch marker. So I'm going to move back, give myself some room. Hopefully not pull out any stitches, because that is always irritating when that happens. And I do believe I finished part way around because I needed to add another skein of white, and I just thought, you know what, I'll do that next time I pick it up, because I was feeling really ugh. And I think I just wanted to go to bed. So there is that. Right, it's going to be the last side that I look at. You watch. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So, oh, it is massive, guys. Where that orange stitch marker is where I was when you last saw it. So I have managed to get 2, 4, 6, is it? Yeah, 6 rows. Because for every white section and every colour section, that's 2 goes around. You put in what I call the little peacock feathers, and then you go back around and fill in the gaps with a granny cluster. So for every time you go around, you have to go around twice before you move up to the next go. So, and with how massive it is taking about an hour and a half, maybe a smidgy bit longer, to get all the way around. So, because it is all unfolded and it is a square, it is huge. I can't even get it all on screen. There we go. But I will hold up a little part of it so that you can see that design. And as you can see, in the corners you have this lovely band of white going up to the corner, And if I can get it to the middle, I will show you how the middle looks. There we go. Can you see that cross? That's because it goes out to the 4 points. I think it is absolutely beautiful. And the plan is to get it as close to the size of my king size bed as I can, because I want this to be warm. And it's quite weighty. This would be good as kind of like a weighted blanket if you're looking for something like that, because the amount of yarn that has gone into this, guys, is absolutely crazy. It is getting crazy big and crazy heavy, but that was the plan. And also, because of the merino and it's hand wash lay flat, it is going to be a bit of a pig to wash and dry. But that's okay, because it's only going to be on my bed in like the colder months. It's not going to need washing every 5 minutes. And I still probably would put it on a super gentle wash and then lay it flat to dry. That's just me. I'm not recommending that. Always try and follow the recommendations, but obviously if you find that it works for you, happy days. And at this present moment in time, I cannot actually tell you how many skeins and cakes I've put in until I tally it all up at the end. So I will give you all of those stats and figures and everything when I'm nearer to completion. But to be perfectly honest with you, I have this smidgy bit and 2 more cakes, but I think I'm going to crack into 1 more cake, because I think I only have 2 or 3 of the white. So I think that one that you can see up there is going to stay for display purposes, and I will have some left over. So I'm nearly there, guys. I literally just have to get the rest of these put in. And to be honest, now that it's getting so big, I think I'm only getting 3 rounds if I'm lucky out of the white. It might actually only be 2 rounds. So it won't be much longer until this bad boy is done. But Olga, if you're watching, I love this pattern. I am addicted. I will be making more in the future with different yarns for different things. So beautiful. Looks intimidating, but honestly, guys, it is so simple. If you can chain, if you can single crochet, and if you can double crochet, you can make Olga's blanket. You really can. Like I said, I will put a link to the pattern down below. Bear in mind, it is paid. You do have to pay for it, but it is worth every single penny, and it will be a beautiful blanket pattern for you to have for life for multiple purposes. And yeah, just go and give Olga some love on her channel if you are not already familiar with it, because she has such a wealth of patterns. I do plan to do some more Olga bits and pieces as time goes on, because she's just an awesome designer and I love her style. So that is the 2 colour granny. So those are the 2 whips that I have put some more progress into, but I have started a new whip, because you might remember I finished making my cinnamon stitches apron last week, and I told you I needed to get another cinnamon stitches pattern on my hooks, because part of my 24 goals for 2024 was to always have a cinnamon stitches pattern on my hooks. So when one is complete, I need to get another started. But also, another 24 goals for 2024 was that I needed to, or I felt like I wanted to, make some more hugs and gift some more hugs this year. So I have combined the 2. I have decided to start making cinnamon stitches, also known as Jen. Hey Jen, if you're watching. I have decided to make her PYOW Phoenix shawl, and there is a tutorial on her channel. Now PYOW, if you are not familiar, although I don't know why you wouldn't be familiar with Jen, stands for Premier Yarn of the Week, and she did a Phoenix shawl using some Premier yarn. I have not used Premier yarn, and actually I am using a yarn that Jen isn't so keen on herself, so I've really mixed it up. But that is the beauty of our fibre art, guys. You can use any pattern or tutorial and any yarn to your liking to make these beautiful things, to make it your own, right? So for this one, I am using a 7mm Clover and More. Now the bigger sizes in Clover and More are plastic, whereas the smaller sizes are metal. And I actually had to crack this one open because I don't use big hooks very often. And Mike had bought me some of the bigger sizes of the Clover and More a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And it's been waiting for its time to shine, and now it is having its time to shine. And considering it's a bright sunshiny yellow, I mean, it's absolutely perfect. And the yarn that I have chosen to use for this project is from Stash. So this will count for my Stash Before Cash and my Stash Down 2024. Stash Down 2024 is being run by the Beautiful Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I will link Bridget down below. I will also link Cinnamon Stitches as well and her tutorial. But I will link Bridget, and I'll also try and link Bridget's video where she explains what Slash Down is. But in brief, you basically just keep yourself accountable for using your stash. It doesn't mean you can't buy new. Of course you can buy new, but you can actually start diving into your stash, trying to get your stash down. And at the end of every month, if you send her your statistics, then you are with a lovely bunch of people trying to get their stashes down as well. I'm not sure if there's prizes or anything. I think this is just a genuine, like, come on, let's use some of our stash. We've all got beautiful yarns that are just sat there. They deserve to be turned into pretty things. And I am doing mine by weight. So when I have finished an item, I put it on the scales and I weigh it, and then I give Bridget my stats by weight of yarn or craft materials used, because it doesn't have to be just yarn either, guys. It can be fabric, it can be like stuffing if you do amigurumi, because that is craft. Basically, I think whatever craft you do, if you're stashing down, then I think it counts. But double check with Bridget. Like I said, I will be popping Bridget's link down below and that stash down video if I can find it. And it's not too late to join in. If you want to start bashing through your stash, then come and join us over there, because there's several of us joining in Stash Down this year. Anyway, back to Jen Cinnamon Stitches. So the yarn I chose is Karen Crystal Cakes from Yarnspirations. There it is. I've got these beautiful purpley ones. And if I get the ball band of the other one, you can look at this beauty while I read you the stats. Now, these came to be in my stash because I did a yarn swap with Sherry Kay Loves to Crochet. And yeah, I've got 2 of these in my stash. I am already pretty much through the first one. Let me show you how far I am in to give you a comparison. Look at that. I have made some good progress on the first Karen cake, but I am planning to use both of the crystal cakes. Oh, sorry, I was leaving that there for you to look at, wasn't I? How rude of me. So the Karen crystal cakes are 8.5 ounces or 240 grams. They are 634 yards each, or 580 meters. They are compiled of 64% acrylic, 24% polyester, 7% nylon and 5% metallic. They are machine washable and dryable on low. Do not bleach, do not iron, do not dry clean. It is a medium 4 weight, and they recommend either a 5mm knitting needles or a 5mm crochet hook. But Jen is using a 7mm in her tutorial, so I have followed Jen's advice, and I'm glad that I do, because I crochet quite tight anyway. So by using a much bigger hook, it gives it a chance to be a little bit more drapey and not so stiff. And these were made in India, and I have got 2 in the colour Dusk, D-U-S-K. And like I said, I am making the Phoenix shawl, so let me put that back away a second. and I will show you how my Phoenix shawl is turning out, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the yarn. So this is going to be a hug for one of my lovelies who loves purple. Right, let's show you the front. So we'll put that back over this side. Here we go. What do we reckon to that? Look at all those beautiful purple shades, guys, and already it is quite big. It is already my wingspan, and I am 5'7", 5'8", so it is already pretty big. So this is going to be a very big, all-encompassing hug for somebody. And I'll get it a bit closer so that you can see the metallic in there. Now, it's not your typical sparkles like you would get in your other sparkly cakes. This is more of a this is either a chain spun or a blown yarn, and I'm still not 100% sure on the difference in them, to be honest with you. I think it is a blown yarn, where it is a hollow mesh and they blow the fibres into that mesh, because as you can see, it does have quite a big halo, and can you see it grabbing onto my skin? Now that is because I have extremely dry hands at the moment. This is so soft, like it is proper smush it in your face soft. It is not irritable. The fibres don't make you sweaty or scratchy. It is really, really super soft and snug. It's like being wrapped up in a cloud. But it is a fuzzy, halo-y yarn, as you can see. Now, I normally shy away from the fuzzies, just purely because sometimes if you make mistakes using fuzzy yarns, they are a bit of a pain to frog. I have only had to frog minimal, like maybe 2 stitches, and although it is a little bit grabby, if you are gentle and you tease it, you are able to frog it, and it has made me grow my confidence in using some of the fuzzier yarns with a halo, because they shouldn't be as scary as what my brain found them. So this is actually changing my mind on fuzzy yarns. I wouldn't say I'm quite ready for mohair or anything like that yet, but it is making me branch out a little bit. And also, these cakes are too beautiful to just sit on my shelf, and I want one of my lovely friends to not only look beautiful in their hug, feel beautiful in their hug, but wrap themselves up in love. And also, the recipient of this may not have ever had it. I don't know. Who knows? So there we have it. There is the start of my Phoenix shawl. And I really, really love it. So the top starts out like that, and then you just branch out. And because it's the Phoenix shawl, as I get further in, there will be an edging that kind of looks like feathers, so I'm excited to get there. But yeah, I think I have made a pretty decent start on my new whip. So like I said, I will put Jen's channel down below and the tutorial for this beautiful shawl. And I hope that whoever is going to be my recipient, I obviously know my recipient, but we don't divulge these things because they're a hug for a friend that will receive it, and only then we'll know, because it's a surprise. So there we go. That is the cinnamon stitches pattern that I decided to get on my hooks this time around. And I feel like I made enough progress to come on here and show you. So I'm using bigger hooks, I'm using fuzzy yarns, I'm making a hug for somebody special, and I'm using the wonderful cinnamon stitches tutorial to help me do that. And I'm using my stash up, guys. So all of this is win-win. In fact, all of these projects that I have shown you today are stashed down. They're all stash yarns. They're not new yarns. They all count. So yeah, I am super, super happy. So it's not loads and loads, but it's still quite a bit considering I am now in a full-time job. My crochet time is even less than it was before. I am starting to get a little bit scared that some of the other things that I have started, I'm running out of time. I have got to still work on my impkins. I haven't done my impkin since way before I filmed the progress video, and I need to get it done because it's due at the end of the month. I still need to do my entry for Moo's Flower Power Cowl, and there are still a couple of bits for the channel that I need to get ready and sorted and filmed for you. So the pressure is on a little bit, but I am not completely panicking just yet. But I need to prioritize some of the things. So maybe next week there'll be even slightly less to show you on Crochet Catch Up, because I will be focusing on, of course, Tile of the Week, on my impkin, and on my Flower Power Cowl. Now, if I do get the Flower Power Cowl, I can show you that one. But the impkin I cannot show you until the end of the month, and of course I'll show you Tile of the Week on Thursday. So there may be a smidgy bit, there may be lots, I don't know, because I am filming this on the Thursday night before you're seeing this. So we're just going to play it by ear, guys, and if I don't have a lot to show or share with you, I'm still going to come on and show you the little bit that I have, or come on and explain why there isn't very much, whatever the case may be. And you have all been so super lovely telling me that you completely... Oh, I didn't even get to press pause. I'm so sorry. Oh, bless me, I sneezed. I do apologise for that. I was trying to hit the pause button, but it didn't happen. Yeah, you have all been so super lovely, saying that you're so pleased for me and my new job and my new career and my new adventure and my new challenge, all of those things. And you say that you will support me and that you completely understand if there isn't so much to show anymore, but you are grateful for any content. That's because I have the best subscribers in the world, the best Yarny friends and family. To the two of you that thought I was going to announce that I was pregnant, no, you were way off, totally wrong, but that is absolutely fine. You gave me a big chuckle. No, my baby days are over until my boys are old enough to bless me with grandchildren. There will be no baby Manfas. My youngest, is nearly 12. So my baby days have been finished for quite a while now, and I am just going to enjoy seeing my boys grow and develop and turn into fine young men, and then eventually, hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe not, bless me with grandkids one day. But no, there will not be any baby Manfas or baby Moose Mikes. It wasn't that type of announcement. It is a job. Which I am currently on day 3 of. And it is information overload. It is intense. There is a lot to take in, but I am overwhelmed in a good way. I really do think this is something positive for me. It is going to be a role that I can really get my teeth into, and obviously getting to grips with a whole new environment, which is the prison, is a challenge in itself, but one that I'm really looking forward to and enjoying so far. Yeah, there's been a couple of disasters already along the way. If you come to the live, I will fill you in, because don't forget, guys, me and Mike go live every Saturday, 4 PM Eastern, straight after Granny D, or that is 9 PM UK time. So I will probably fill you in on a couple of the shenanigans that have happened this week then. And there is a bonus video tomorrow, and it's a bonus video with Mike in it, because he bought something that he wanted to share with you all. So if you are interested in seeing what Mike bought, then please do click on tomorrow's video. Please do feel free to come and hang out and chat tomorrow night. Like I said, 4 PM Eastern, 9 PM UK time. We missed you last week, but we were just too sick. But I think we're well enough to come on again tomorrow. I am definitely, whether Mike remains to be seen, but I will definitely try and go live unless something else comes up, which I don't foresee. But then, do we ever foresee all these things? No. Or if you are busy this weekend, then make sure you are safe and having fun and doing all the wonderful things, and I will be back on Monday. So until I see you again, whenever you choose to pop round, Stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye guys, love you all.